Okay.
Shut the
You
fuck
miss
up.
Zoom. I know you. I know you. I know you
I
miss
fucking hate it.
Zoom.
It is an editing person's nightmare. um. Anyways, we are 1 week past WrestleMania, and
It's
a new
been
face has joined us. Devante's here. Devante,
hello.
wave to everybody.
Looks like
Hello,
Devontae
everybody.
just looks like a classier Robert.
Jesus Christ. I dare you if we do another one of these and it's Robert adding in, I dare you to say that again with him around with him present
Okay.
too.
Okay, I don't give a shit. I'm not afraid of him.
So the
Jesus.
last wrestling episode that we did a Survivor Series 7-on-7 draft, but Devante also wants to add in his own 7. So
And
Yes.
as a
criticize R7.
and criticize our 7. So I will remind everyone first. Sean's picks were John Cena, Triple H. That's a rivalry right there. Like, I don't know why you would pick them to be on the same team.
Who cares?
Cody Rhodes, Rey Mysterio, Stone Cold, uh, Undertaker, and Eddie Guerrero.
Rest in peace.
You've got 2 rivalries on the same team.
That's okay.
What's your point? It's a hypothetical team. I have a dead guy on my team, okay? It's
Yes,
not
you
like this
do.
would happen.
Yeah, this is ultimate dream team fantasy booking. In my
Right,
mind, I'm already
exactly.
thinking like, ooh, unsteady alliance. Ooh, like,
Well, Unsteady Alliance
Yeah.
has got 2 of those.
yeah.
So I chose Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, The Rock, Seth Rollins, and Jey Uso.
See, Devontae, 7. 7.
I know,
not 6.
I know. I love how Connor has the entire basically Samoan dynasty.
I do.
The Anoa'i family on his team with Jay
Jeff
and
Hardy.
Roman and Rock and Jeff Hardy. A Samoan.
I have diversity. I have diversity on my team.
Why would
Sean's
she say Connor's?
hey, hang on. Sean's a
Sorry.
DEI. Get out of here.
Sean's a DI. What? Yeah, a DICK. No. Oh, I love both your lists, actually, unironically. I think Sean's has a little more star power, but Connor's is a little more, like, well-rounded and more has a mind of, like, the modern and the past, and it's, like, got a little bit of everything. But I love both of your lists, honestly. No notes. No notes.
No notes. Okay. Here's our question, because we decided at the end of the episode. I'm not sure if this was end up being cut off or not. You had to decide who was going to win.
Oh,
because I think we did it
like
by
if
a
I
coin
was
flip,
booking?
and then yeah, you had to decide who was going to win, because we tried to do it by coin flip, and then Sean said I was cheating.
I did, but I still won. But I still won.
I see. I see. That's tough. So, if I'm going like complete bias, Sean's list has more of my favorite wrestlers. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
come on, he's got Ray, he's got John,
You're
he's
playing
got
to
Stone
the
Cold,
judge.
he's got Taker,
You're playing
he's got
to
Eddie.
the judge.
It's not my fault. Listen, if we have time,
Devontae's loyal to the cross. He's loyal to the cross.
I'm sorry. It's just that,
More loyal than
and
Robert
if we have time, I could like show you my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. 5 of them are on Sean's team. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But Connor, like if I was like honestly booking this match like full through, I would probably book Connor's team to win because he has the younger stars.
Sean, you're
Not about the younger stars. Not about the younger stars.
The way I'm looking at it, it is because if I'm looking at this match as if it were really happening, which I mean obviously that's impossible, and again complete fantasy booking.
because
And
one
like
of them is
if
dead.
Yeah, exactly. But that's okay, and that's okay.
Well,
That's okay.
let's assume
That's okay.
Eddie Guerrero is alive and well
Okay.
in this hypothetical.
Yes, that's why I keep saying fantasy hypothetical is another great word for it. Just if I were looking at this match as if it were actually to happen, I'm looking at Connor's team as the one to go over because they have the most to gain. What would the other team, Sean's team, have to gain from winning this match? Absolutely nothing. Those are all made guys, regardless of if they win or lose.
Pretty much, yeah.
Absolutely continue the legacy of these absolute
winner-
studs
Their
of
legacy's
wrestling.
unaffected. Their legacy's unaffected if
The
they win
winner-
or lose.
The winner gets Stone Cold's ATV that's able to run over a grandmother.
Exactly. Stone Cold is not giving that ATV up. So he has everything to lose there. He has everything to lose there.
I think I already know one of those headlines that you're gonna get into later is gonna be Connor.
It is. It's one of them, yeah.
I was rolling when I read that. I was like, what the fuck? I can't wait for you to get into that. But yeah, if it were up to me and I actually
had 3 good ones.
Okay. If it were actually up to me and I'm like legit booking this match and the pen is on me and it's actually happening, I'm gonna book Connor's team to win.
It says.
Yeah. It's just how it is. And if I had to pick if I had to pick a sole survivor, it's like just one. I mean, I'd probably be like a few, but if I had to pick just one, it'd probably be Braun Breaker. Because again, he's the youngest. He's got. I was actually
gonna laugh if you said the sole survivor would have been Eddie Guerrero.
No, because he's on your team.
He did so well that he died.
He did so well. Oh my god! Rest in peace, Eddie.
Rest in peace.
Okay, are we ready for mine then?
All right, Devanté, let's have your 7.
You have to explain every pick. You have to explain every pick because I'm gonna judge probably every single one of them.
Okay.
Probably not.
So, I'm gonna start with. I know you guys didn't do like team captains, but like I'm gonna have. Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna have a team captain. I'm gonna go with probably starting with the just objectively, not only on my list but just all time
Vicky
probably
Guerrero.
the greatest. No,
just walks out.
That's how the match. That's how the match ends. Is Vicky versus Eddie.
She could be my team's manager. You could be the manager for my team.
There you go.
Fine, I got dibs on Paul Heyman.
Sure.
Sean, who you got?
Him. Yeah, no.
Miss Elizabeth, there you go.
So, probably starting with the objectively, just in my opinion, the greatest wrestler. I know it's contradictory. Greatest wrestler of all time. He's the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Excellence of execution. Not the inventor, but the master of the sharpshooter. I'm going with Bret the Hitman Hart. That's my captain.
I'm surprised Sean didn't pick that one when we did it.
I thought it was between him and Stone Cold for me. I think when I did that. Yeah, and if I was gonna go one legend, I wanted to go Stone Cold just because the dude is just an absolute maniac.
Yes, and I think steadily as I go along on my list, it's gonna get progressively just a little more insane. So,
holy shit, he's ending his draft with Rob Van Dam.
I thought about him. I thought about him briefly, but I was like, I gotta get some of these other guys.
Nope, I got it. I know your last one. It's Shane McMahon.
No. Fuck no.
Yo, do not disrespect Shane McMahon, okay? This dude is a fucking beast.
Hey, don't get me wrong. He is by far my favorite McMahon, but he was not
AEW
even anywhere considered. No. He was allegedly supposed to be, but no, he did not end up actually following through.
No, he didn't. No.
He's the only McMahon
that would have been hysterical.
Yes, he's the only, probably the only McMahon to not. I mean, well, I don't want to get into that right now. Anyways, so we have Bret Hart
accused of something. Is that what you're
as my captain? Sort of. But yeah, Bret Hart, my team captain. Next up, I'm gonna go with because Connor kind of inspired me a little bit with some of the newer picks. So Sean, it's going to be a name you don't know. That's okay. The first time I saw this dude wrestle, I was absolutely, first time I saw this dude wrestle, I was blown away. He's an absolute freak of nature, huge as fuck. He calls himself Limitless, like that's his nickname. He's been largely absent from AEW TV recently, and I don't understand why. The dude can go, he can speak, he's a monster. Keith Lee has got to be on my team. He's huge as fuck, can move around like a fucking Thundercat. It just, I can't fully explain this guy unless you like see him in action. Like, he reminds me of Vader in a lot of ways, and the way he just moves, and like 300 plus pound guy can do a fucking moonsault perfectly. I'm like, what the hell is this guy on? So, and also probably the best power bomb ever. No offense to Batista, love Batista, but and Kevin Nash, love Kevin Nash too, but Keith Lee is a freak. Keith Lee is a freak. So I got to go with him on my team. Next up, I'm gonna go with, and this is when I was thinking about names that I thought you guys would have stolen. This guy like came to mind first that I just was blown away that neither of you picked. Kurt Angle. Kurt fucking Angle, man.
Okay.
Like another all-time legend in my book. Just, I don't know if I've ever seen a bad Kurt Angle match. Like even at the
Kurt Angel.
Even like an average Kurt Angle match is still like, all right, that's better than what you're gonna get from like 90% of wrestlers out there. So,
of everyone we picked so far, he's easily probably the most well-rounded talent-wise, just because the dude was a legit wrestler and like won a gold medal, like
with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, like of anyone that we picked so far, he's the one that actually like absolutely deserves it for sure, just because of his background.
Absolutely.
And yet he wasn't chosen by any of us.
Yes. He's chosen by me. So that's all that matters.
And
that's all that matters.
3 weeks late.
Next up, I gotta go with somebody who I would dare say, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Actually, I can, because I love him that much. I would dare say, debatably, surpasses both Kurt Angle and Bret Hart.
Michael
Bryan Danielson. No. Just the complete opposition. I love how you jokingly said the guy who made fun of Daniel Bryan on a weekly basis on the competition funny. NXT days. But yeah, no, I gotta go with Bryan Danielson. He's the American Dragon. He's the best. I don't have too many words to say outside of that. I just love him. I just love him that much. Bryan Danielson is sick. So I'm 4 in, right? I got 3 more?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here. Devante's looking away. I'm going.
You started doing that like right as I started typing, so.
My goodness. Okay. So next on my list, I'm gonna go with the lone Shield member that neither of you guys picked up. My name is Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna refer to him as Jon Moxley.
I'm gonna put Dean Ambrose / Jon Moxley.
That's okay.
He's pretty much the same character.
Well, I don't know. Dean Ambrose never bled buckets. Jon Moxley is an insane man. Like Dean Ambrose was like playing insane. Jon Moxley is actually insane. Like I like Dean Ambrose is like a Disney Channel comedy crazy. Jon Moxley is like, all right, put this guy in jail. Put this guy in jail.
So Dean Ambrose, that is literally so accurate. Like I could see that dude in a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah, I mean, he had a fucking potted plant TV show. I can't. But yeah, Jon Moxley is absolutely insane. I know his act has kind of gotten a little stale as of recently because he just kind of goes out there and does the same shit over and over again. His faction isn't really inspiring many, but like the dude is a badass regardless. He looks fucking insane all the time, probably because he is. And he's my favorite Shield member, so I had to put him as a lock because I was like, oh, you got Rollins and Reigns, I got to get Moxley in there too. So that's 5. Number 6, I'm gonna go with probably my most dangerous member. I mean, I know Moxley's fucking insane, but next I got to go with Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Another big fucking crazy son of a bitch who just can move around like a maniac. Submissions are on point. There's
a lot of Samoans in this match.
Yes.
And none of them are my team.
Out of
none of them are my team.
Out of half of the roster that we've named so far, half of them are Samoan.
Yeah, I love Samoa Joe. Let's see. Oh yes.
Sideways.
Yeah. There we go. I had to remind myself because I was like kind of stringing them along over like the course of a couple weeks, and I finally nailed it down. I got to go with the hardcore legend, the man who, without him, probably half of my team wouldn't be around. Mick Foley.
Okay.
Mick Foley. And if I had to pick
which version?
I was gonna say if I had to pick a specific version, I'm gonna go with Cactus Jack because he's easily the most insane.
The dude
out of the 3. I love Dude Love. I love all 3 of them. I love all Dude Love, Mankind, Cactus Jack. I love all 3 of them. But if for the purposes of like the theme of my roster, I got to go with Cactus Jack. Man was insane.
If we're going off SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 rules, then there's technically 4 Mick Foleys because they count Cactus Jack and Mick Foley as two different people.
Yes.
But
yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my team, and I'm sticking with it. It's a bunch of crazy bastards.
I love how you told me, Devanté, how could we forget like guys like Edge or Shawn Michaels, and you didn't even pick them.
He didn't even.
Because I thought when I think of like WWE staples, those are like 2 names that often come up first, and neither of you picked them. Me, I knew that I was going to go outside of. Well, yeah, but I knew that I was going to go outside of the box a little and choose guys who either were never in WWE or were in WWE but maybe didn't make a big enough impact, but made big impacts elsewhere. So I knew that I was gonna, I knew that was the route that I was gonna go in. But you guys, I thought for sure Edge and Shawn Michaels would have been locks, especially between the 2 of you. I was like, damn, neither of them made it. I thought that was kind of crazy.
No, my team
Edge was close. Edge was close, but
yeah.
Okay, Connor, just real quick, we got to pick team captains real quick. I'm going Stone Cold. Because he always leads the guys in the battle every time.
Yes,
he's right in the center.
Good leader,
the captain. He's the
good
captain.
Leader.
All right, I'm putting
good leader.
Devanté, your captain's Bret Hart, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
The least insane guy on the
least insane one is the one that's the captain.
Yes.
My most insane guy is the captain.
Yeah.
I gotta choose which Samoan I want as the leader.
Ooh. If I had to nominate one for you,
Jeff
Connor,
Hardy. Jeff Hardy.
The rainbow-haired warrior. The rainbow-haired warrior. His lady.
Exactly.
I don't want to pick for you, but I do have a recommendation.
What's your recommendation?
I would say you'd go with Roman Reigns.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I would say.
He's the tribal chief, I mean.
Well, I was thinking more like 2023 Roman.
Well, yeah, that's the tribal chief. Yeah, that's the he's been the tribal chief since 2020. Well, so 2023 is
he's still technically the tribal chief, except he has no tribe anymore.
That's true. That is true. His advisor left him too. So
his advisor's also gone.
Yeah, that's right.
Not even the wise man.
That's right. Oh. You could also go with Seth Rollins because he is, he's like the smartest, I guess, like in canon guy on your team.
Yeah,
but,
probably.
He could like be Roman's counsel in this theoretical situation. Which that's what he was basically.
So the funny thing is, too. You look at Sean's team. He's got 2 big rivalries on his team.
Yes.
Okay.
I have at least 1, maybe 2 rivalries on my team.
Yes.
I
guess I have 1 on my team too.
I think you only have 1 on your team.
Actually, technically, if you really get into the iceberg, I have 2 as well.
Okay.
Technically, but not really. It's a long story. I'm not gonna get into that.
Because I was gonna say Reigns and Rollins are probably my biggest rivalry on my.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest one.
I have the most petty rivalry on mine.
Jay and Roman also.
Yeah. Jay and Roman. Oh yeah.
Like look back a year.
Yeah.
When Jay split.
Yes. There's a lot of threads that all kind of connect if you like put them all on a board and string them together. So yes, there's a lot of
fucking.
Yes. It's like that one meme of Charlie Day and It's Always Sunny where he's like looking all crazy at the chalkboard. Like, you see this? It all connects.
I think we can literally put our 3 teams on that board and find connections to every single person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Devanté would be the crazy person to put that together and be like the work finish. Because I don't have time to do
that. All right, we're gonna take a break and we'll come back with the story.
Okay, cool. In which case, I will be right back.
Okay, so it is story time, but there's not really much news, at least that's funny, coming out of the wrestling world right now. So what
Besides an old lady getting run over.
Except an old lady getting run over by a retired man drunk on an ATV.
Typical day in America.
It would only be a typical day if he had a shotgun on his back.
Jesus.
Pocket-sized pistol or something. Anyways, I went and I found at least 3 of the headlines out of WrestleMania that I thought were just funny as hell.
All right.
So this hands down, and I'm starting with my favorite one because I don't think the other 2 are as funny, but I know you 2 can add to them. But this one, hands down, was my favorite one. And it's Cena grants WrestleMania wish for man-child suffering from terminal talentlessness.
What? Okay.
What? I'm guessing. I'm gonna let you get into it. I'll let you get into it because I don't.
That man-child suffering from terminal talentlessness was Travis Scott.
I see.
Fuck Travis Scott. That's all I'll say to that.
I am so confused by his presence on WWE television. That makes absolutely zero sense. Like, regardless of what you think about him or his music or whatever, him in WWE makes absolutely zero sense to me. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, why? Like, I get WWE has always done this where they bring celebrities in to sort of, boost interest, especially from, like, outsiders who maybe are kind of curious about wrestling and are like, maybe this will be their gateway. I highly, highly doubt that there are any new fans out there that are watching wrestling to see Travis fucking Scott.
No.
Like, huh?
Yeah, it makes
no sense no matter what angle you look at it at.
It's not like, and I don't really necessarily love this either, but it's not like Taylor Swift at the NFL. Like, that's like, Taylor Swift, like, she has such a following that she is bringing new viewers to the NFL. I mean, it's not for the right reasons, but it's, like, bringing viewers. But what the fuck is Travis Scott, like, doing for WWE? Like,
I don't get it.
Him the Raw
I mean, his presence... his presence itself
4x4 is the Raw theme now.
Wait, it is?
It is.
Okay, I did not know that. What the hell?
It was announced on the first day Raw went on Netflix.
That's like one of his most mid songs. What the hell? What the hell?
I mean,
and I will say, Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Travis Scott's presence, just in general, on the face of the planet is just unneeded. Yeah,
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm more surprised no one at WWE had a heart attack in the audience while he was out there and he just continued to keep going, I wouldn't have been shocked if that actually happened, but
maybe someone did.
Yeah.
Probably someone did.
The Extra World incident definitely left a sour taste in my mouth as well. I do think, though, it is important to note how much of that is the performer's fault and how much of that is actually just the showrunner's fault. I think. I
agree to that too. I
don't think you could lay all the blame at his feet. I think you could lay some, for sure, but not all. And hey,
it goes 50-50.
For what it's worth, he did at least donate a bunch of money to the grieving families, at least. So, he didn't do nothing, but, He
has more money than he ever needs, so it's like, whatever.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
That's not good.
I will say, though,
that's like, it's still the least he could do. It's like, your family member died at one of my concerts, and I just continued to perform as they're dying. Here's some money, like.
Yeah. It definitely felt like damage control. So, I agree. Left a sour taste in my mouth. I will say, though, I can't speak for his most recent album, but the stuff before that, I do like quite a bit of his music. He's got I have a few songs of his on my repeat right now. So there you go. It's a different conversation for a different day, art versus artist, but we don't need to get into that. I have two other people in my mind right now that I also. Well, again, we don't need to get into that right now. But yeah, Travis Scott's presence in WWE right now is very, very confusing.
All right, so the second one is I'd say more of a conversation starter than it is a headline, but it's is the wise man making his own evolution?
That's such a misguided headline.
I'm so confused.
That's such a misguided headline for what's going on.
So,
who wrote? I need to know who wrote these, by the way, because the first one was funny, but the second one is like, what?
So this was mainly after the Pat McAfee show after Mania.
I see.
Where the wise man came on before Raw saying that, are you and Roman still good? And he's like, I don't know, maybe.
I can hear that in his voice too.
He goes, I don't know, maybe. He's like, you literally, and Pat goes, you literally hit him in the nuts.
I just need. That's ridiculous.
And he goes, he's like, well, I have somebody else now. He's like, what do you mean you have somebody else now? It's like, you'll find out later, which I'm not sure if Sean watched it or not. Ended up being Braun. So,
that's right.
In terms of where the story feels like it's going, it feels like there's another version of Evolution coming. Because if you think about it, the first Evolution was Triple H, Batista, Orton, and then Rollins dipped the Shield to go join them.
Oh, you're talking about the 2014 version of Shield or Evolution?
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Well, he didn't join Evolution. Evolution disbanded the same night that the Shield broke up. Because remember, Batista left and he waved bye, and then we got the this new christening of the Authority when Seth Rollins aligned himself with Randy Orton and Triple H and Kane and Big Show, and J&J Security eventually joined. So I wouldn't quite say he joined Evolution. Evolution just split up the same night the Shield did, and then the Authority was basically born.
So I think that's what I was like trying to get to. Of like, are we seeing that same thing again?
I see. I think it's more a rebirth of the Dangerous Alliance, which is a faction that Paul Heyman as a manager led way back in the early 90s. And if you look up the roster for that faction, my God, he had a Survivor Series team that could kick all of our team's asses. he had a like a rogues gallery of like legends all under one faction.
He had 5 Rocks.
No, actually, there was not a single Samoan on that team.
And then the 6th Rock told the ref to go fuck himself.
But yeah, no, I think it's more a rebirth.
You're saying DX impersonated just a bunch of rocks?
DX is just a bunch of rocks. NWO was just a bunch of Stone Colds. Evolution was just a bunch of Triple H's. Oh my God. But yeah, no, what I think they're actually going for is like the Dangerous Alliance Part 2. Because this is Paul Heyman's another new Paul Heyman faction, which he hasn't had that in 30 years now. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. That's insane. It's insane to think about. But yeah, no, he's got Seth Rollins with him now. He's got Braun Breaker with him now. I imagine more are coming. So yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Here's the next question.
That's going to be cool.
Who do you think is next?
Ooh. Shit. I feel like he's got to get one woman in there, at least. And knowing Paul, he likes to work with crazy people. He might have Io Sky on his show, but Io Sky doesn't really need to be elevated like that. She's already doing really well as it is. God, I don't know. God, I really don't know. Okay. It'd be cool. You know, it would be cool if Aleister Black joined up with them, but he needs to be like his own man. If he was in a faction, he would need to be his own unique leader because he
just came back.
Exactly.
He just came back,
yeah,
so he needs to establish himself first before he.
That too.
Well, not that he needs to establish himself, but he needs to start bringing himself back into a story before he starts going off into other factions. Then.
Absolutely, I agree with that too. If Keith Lee were back around, I would say him. Ooh, you could do Ricky Saints, the former Ricky Starks. That would be fucking sick. Could do Ethan Page. I don't know. Shit, just have him just strap all the young guys on him and boost boost them up that way. I've heard a lot of things about what's her name, Lyra Valkyrie. Is that how you pronounce her name?
Valkyria.
I've heard a lot of good things about her. Valkyria. I've heard a lot of good things about her. Maybe it's her. I don't know.
I don't think so.
They can go in any number of directions.
So you say it has to be a female.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but I think I don't think it has to be. But like if
in terms
you
of
could,
how everything that has happened in the past, since Monday, I guess. I think it's Becky.
Ooh, that would be sick. That would be sick. They have worked together, at least behind the scenes before. So from what I understand, they seem to be
interview that WWE did. She said that she wanted to be the first Paul Heyman woman.
Girl. That's right. That's right. Holy shit.
So I don't see, not that I don't see any way that this can't happen, but I really fucking want it to.
I'd be down for that. Becky Lynch. She gets my vote too. Okay. And she's awesome too. So yeah.
Okay, Sean?
I'll take that. Oh, and hey, I just remembered, her and Seth Rollins are married. So that's like, there you go.
They could be at the same events, and they
could be like the evil power couple.
Yeah.
I like it.
They're the new Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
or the new Triple H Stephanie.
We could just phase them out. Yeah. They aren't doing shit. Funny. We can just phase them out now. Alright, Chuck, who you got?
No comment, because I have no clue what you guys are talking about. I'm just sitting here.
He won the wrestling episode.
Talking.
You stink! Oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah, what's your next headline, Connor?
Yeah, he wants to move on. That's the problem. Where is it?
Loading.
Okay, there it is.
Loading. Oh. We're getting our news from AOL today.
Are we?
Its name is Connor Donovan.
That's funny because my work email has @AOL.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
So
that's phenomenal.
Loyal to the crest.
Sure. Anyways, this headline goes more with the acquisition of AAA.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it's, if we see a Lucha faction, who leads it? And then
I feel like
at least in the article it just goes on to list like every luchador person that WWE has. Yeah. And it's like, do they fit, do they not? As a leader kind of thing. So
it's so weird because I feel like they've tried, like, because I know that they tried bringing back the LWO a couple years ago, and it kind of had like a rocky.
And it's still shit.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's had like a lot of rocky moments along the way. So I don't really know. The idea of doing that so soon doesn't really excite me. I mean, you could do like a turf war sort of thing, but it also just kind of feels lazy at this point. Where it's like, we've got all this luchadors now. Let's just throw them all together in one segment. It's like,
because they already announced that PLE as the Worlds Collide.
The Worlds Collide, yeah.
So I have a feeling they're going to have like some like luchador team against some NXT team,
and that would be fine as like a one-off.
I'm only saying that because that's what they've literally branded the bottom part of the logo as. So
that's right. And you know, I'd be fine with that for like a one-off. Okay. Well, if they are going to do that, I mean, I feel like you have to have Rey Mysterio as the lead.
I mean, I think it would be hysterical if Carlito did it.
That would be hysterical as well. And Charlie probably the better talker, but I don't know. I feel as far as recognition is concerned,
Charlie Haas's luchador gimmick.
Holy moly!
That's what they're gonna do.
Holy moly!
Well, I'm not sure if Sean knows who this is. Devanté, El Grande Americano.
Oh my god!
Wasn't he at one of the events for?
No.
Okay.
No.
I've heard that name before.
This started in like the last month and a half.
Oh right, Chad Gable, right?
Chad Gable, yeah, pretending to be a luchador, yeah.
That would be pretty hilarious too. He's basically
did you see that instead of doing the thank you, he goes gracias.
Oh my god. basically
Brian in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gracias.
Oh my god. He's basically doing what Hulk Hogan did with Mr. America in 2003, if you remember that. He's basically that, except
that is a pull the collar on the top of there.
I was just bringing him up because, you know, hard not to draw a comparison to that, because it was such a... No, I guess not a big thing. You know what I'm saying. It was such a big thing.
So Hulk Hogan pretended to be a luchador, and Chavo Guerrero pretended to be a white guy.
Correct. I mean, he didn't speak in any weird Hispanic accents. He just kind of wore a mask and talked regularly.
Yeah. Which is like Chad Gable.
Yeah. That's amazing, though. I don't know what to say about that. I don't watch as much as I would like to, but I do try to keep up with some of this news. So that's funny.
So those were the three that I found that I thought were kind of funny, but at least good talking points as well. But
that's perfect.
I now have a hypothetical for both of you. Okay. So at the post-show press conference after WrestleMania, John Cena said that he was going to ruin wrestling. We saw a little bit of that. We saw a little bit of this on Raw after Mania. Of what he has 27 dates left on his farewell tour, which obviously is that's a certain amount of time, even though they only do a handful of PLEs and a SmackDown or a Raw every so often. But you think about it, and his time is up in less than a month. Okay.
February's worth.
Pretty much. To secure the Undisputed Championship, that it walks away with him, does he put himself in Money in the Bank?
Like in the ladder match?
Yeah.
100%.
He could. And put the title on the line in the match, I assume.
Not even. Just the contract.
100%. 100%. That's
because if nobody can get a free match out of it, it guarantees him almost that he walks out with it.
I don't know if I like that idea. I don't know. It kind of seems like a waste of a date, you know? Especially if you have all these different guys in there all at once trying to vie for that one last match against Cena. I don't
like
that.
I feel like you don't have to like the idea. It's more, do you think they'll just do that though? Absolutely. I think it's a shitty idea for sure. But I think they'll absolutely do it because I wouldn't put it past them.
I just don't see that happening. Especially like when you consider that pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, in its history, with what it means with a certain Second City Saint, who I'm going to talk about a lot later. Like my idea for Cena's plans at that Money in the Bank pay-per-view specifically, run one last match back against CM Punk. That would be like the easiest possible thing you could do, in my opinion.
Do you think that's pretty much what they're going to do the rest of the year, is just get through all of Cena's old rivalries for the guys that are still there? Because we obviously now know they're going to do Orton versus Cena again.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was pretty given. And now then after that,
go clear as soon as they announce St. Louis.
Yeah. So then you think after Orton, go to Punk.
That would be probably how I do it, since Money in the Bank is already pretty close. I think they run that pay-per-view in June now. So I feel like that feels right, and I think it'll be like a little bit of mix of like talent he's never worked with before, and also talent he has worked with before. So I think you'll get a nice little mix. But I don't see Cena. I don't see them using a date for Cena on a multi-man match like that.
And then after Punk, do they finish it with Cody again?
Yeah, as far as like this heel run, and then like run the SummerSlam match back, like do the match at SummerSlam with Cody, drop the title back to him, and then the rest of Cena's time will be a babyface again.
Here's what I want to see though. Is eventually they're going to have to turn Cena face before he retires.
100%. Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Why can't Cena turn on Rock?
Who says they couldn't? Who says they can't revive that rivalry again?
Like what I'm saying is, does he give up the championship before that, or is it Rock versus Cena for the championship?
No, I think he would give up the title, then face Rock one last time.
I feel like there's just no one necessarily wants to see, I think, The Rock with the champion in a championship rivalry again, because it's like, you know what's gonna happen. Like, even if Rock wins it, it's like he's not gonna be a long-term champ. He's not a full-time wrestler anymore. Like, anytime they've brought him back in the past to wrestle for a championship, it's like he does it till WrestleMania, drops the belt, and then pretty much promotes his movie through his next movie throughout that. So it's like
Moana 3.
Exactly. That's why he missed WrestleMania. That's why he missed WrestleMania. He had to go to the recording booth to record lines. But Devanté's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. I know he was in it.
I watched it on the plane.
I've seen a part of it.
Okay. Gotcha.
That makes sense. But no, what Devanté's saying with this should be the year of going back for Cena's all his rivalries, but the guys who are still in WWE. Obviously, they're not going to bring Edge back to just do a rivalry with him. That doesn't make any sense. But you got Orton. That I think was a given. They had to at least give that because it's the two old guys in WWE, the two veterans who are still wrestling. And then obviously with Punk, and they're not going to turn Cena face and make Punk heel. I think this is the perfect time to now have it vice versa, with Punk being the baby face of that rivalry for the first time, and Cena is the heel. But then, like Devanté said, Cena drops the belt back to Cody in SummerSlam, for instance, and then you finish it with Cena versus The Rock and have it go out that way. No championship, it's just Cena, one legend versus the other, end it there, call it a career.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Alright, we're going to take another 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the draft.
Alright.
what was it? 2 months ago? 2 months ago when we did this?
Almost.
2 months ago, we
much.
drafted our 7-on-7 Survivor Series team. But we're gonna change it up, and we're gonna do the best music. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
everyone gets 5. You can pick
Yes.
whatever music you want to.
Okay.
And I've already made my first pick because I'm going first. Yeah, Sean, fuck you too. Inserts clip of me flipping you off when you chose this person in your selection.
Yeah, but
I'm taking Cody, and I'm taking Kingdom.
Fair.
Okay, Sean,
Fair.
you're up.
the most petty pick ever.
I love it.
Somebody
I love it.
So Sean's is somebody gonna call my mama.
Call my mama. Oh my god, I love
and
it.
he's gonna come out to a disco ball. Nope.
Okay.
Devanté,
Okay.
Pretty Deadly.
No. That's fun too, though.
So for my first pick, I'm gonna go John Cena. Time is up. Time is now, because that one just when it happens, whether you hate Cena or love Cena, when that theme goes off, everyone gets on their feet. Every single person. And it just has that just build up to the theme, and then when it finally drops, Cena comes out all crazy, at least in the past, not necessarily now, but that's a different story. And it just is just a great theme. And plus he sings it. How many wrestlers sing their own themes? Not very many.
Not anymore, anyway.
Yeah, not anymore, for sure. How many themes these days even really have lyrics? Honestly,
like
it feels
10.
like none of them do. Yeah, like none of them do.
All right, Devanté, you have 2.
Okay. So my first one, I know that this song doesn't resonate too much with Sean, but so it's not really going to be like a steal of a pick. Connor, I don't know how you're going to feel about this, but it's my favorite theme song that anybody's ever had. I got to go with CM Punk, Cult of Personality, man.
Fuck!
Okay, but I like that theme. I like the theme.
But you like This Fire Burns more, which I respect, because I like
It's
that song too.
It's not that I like it more. It's more, I just like when wrestlers have, like, not original themes, because obviously they're by bands, but, like, themes that aren't, like, as popular. Like, I feel like Cult of Personality is just so well known.
That's fair.
That I just love it when a wrestler comes in, it's just a theme by some band that might be, like, known, but isn't, like, super popular. Like, you know what I mean?
That's fair too.
The Cult of Personality is a great song, and the more, like, I hear it with Punk, especially when we were at Raw, when that theme went off, me and Connor went fucking nuts.
We went nuts.
Don't get me wrong. We were the ones who were chanting CM Punk, like, the whole time out of anybody in our section, so.
Nice.
And we're
nice.
And at some point,
it's an iconic song.
Doing it during while he was out.
Yeah,
we got the chant going. We probably got the chant started up again a few times. At least once, honestly. Yeah.
Nice. Very, very nice.
All right, Devanté, you have one more.
I gotta go with Drew McIntyre's "Broken Dreams."
Okay.
Oh, I fucking love that theme.
Yeah, I understand that, like, well, maybe I don't completely understand, because I mean, it's not like they don't have the rights to it, but I mean, it's such a travesty that he doesn't have that song anymore.
I fucking agree. That should literally be his only theme.
Yeah, he's got like some generic, like, Scottish sounding bagpipes now, and it's like,
that's like when they switched Sheamus. That's like when they switched Sheamus's theme from his original theme. Like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I get it. They want to keep it fresh. Like, I get it, but, like, the other themes are just so much better. Like,
yeah.
All right,
and Sean? It was perfect for him at the time too.
Yeah. I will say that was not going to be on my list. So, like, I'm glad you did pick it because I think it deserves to be picked. I will say that. So, for my second pick, I'm going to go a little out there. This isn't a wrestler, it's more a show. Raw to Be Loved by Papa Roach. And don't get me wrong, there are other great Raw themes. Like Across the Nation, obviously, is a fucking classic. Burning to the Ground by Nickelback, I think, was a good theme for Raw. Like, it wasn't great, but it was pretty good. But To Be Loved, when that fucking theme went off every Monday night, and when you were at the show and that theme went off, that was the fucking just bomb. Like, it's such a great song. It fit Raw so well for the time. Like, it was like something new, but it was still in the Attitude Era, like, esque.
Definitely a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very of its time.
Yeah. And the only reason I didn't like, the only problem with when they went to Burn It to the Ground is because it replaced To Be Loved. That was the only issue.
Yeah.
It just wasn't as good. It just doesn't have that same, like, thing to it. But again, like, Burn It to the Ground for its time perfectly.
Yeah.
Alright, I have two.
Okay, Connor.
I have two.
You're up.
Technically, they are older. Not, like, 90s older, but, like, mid-2010s older.
Oh, okay.
Who cares? That's when, that was the glory days.
I'm taking, let me just write it down the right way. Okay, the first one I'm taking is the Shield Special Op.
Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta Shield.
Yep.
Yes, that riff just does not hit the same without that little nugget in the beginning. With
chunk in the beginning, yeah.
Yes. Military alphabet or whatever alphabet that is. You know what I mean.
And the second one I'm taking, and I liked it mainly at the time because it was just different than anything else that they had. I'm taking the Usos. So close now.
I see. They're like their babyface theme before they went heel. I see.
Yeah.
That was a catchy song. That was pretty catchy. I haven't listened to that in a long time.
I remember, like, the Usos' entrance when, like, they debuted and, like, how, like, Samoan it was, and it really just, like, built up. It was just really cool.
The dance, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the version of them that
Now it's just yeet, 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 and it doesn't have the same ring to it.
It is very, like, trendy, I'll say. I don't think it's going to age particularly well. It's already kind of not aging well.
It's not.
Yeah,
People have already kind of...
No, not at all.
The fans have already kind of turning on Jay, which I feel bad for, but I can get into that another time.
All right, Sean, you're up.
Okay. So I have a few themes I want to get to, but I struggle which one I want to pick.
Well, you have three more picks, so narrow it down.
Well, who knows? It could get picked by the time I get it. But the one I definitely got to go with is Edge Metalingus. Like, no.
Respect.
I knew it was going to happen.
Respect.
It's just such a good theme. It fits him so perfectly.
It does. It really, really does.
The smoke that comes up from the stage as that before he comes out, and then on this day, wait, as he comes out, it just like, if I was a wrestler, like, I always struggle. Like, if I was a wrestler, like, what theme would I want? I always say, like, probably Kingdom, but honestly, Edge's would be a close second, I think, because it's just such a hype theme, and it works for both when he's a face and when he's a heel.
Yeah,
it just works for both.
If my next pick stays, if I was a wrestler, it would be what I want.
Oh, okay.
And surprisingly, it's not Kingdom.
Okay.
I feel like Kingdom's such an easy answer though, too, for everybody, because it's just such a great theme.
Yeah,
yeah. We've chosen a lot of cheat code songs, I feel like. So yeah, I agree. Yeah. And I always get chills thinking about Edge's return when he came back at the 2020 Rumble. So fucking good.
100%.
Like I remember. I'll just tell the story real quick, and then I'll get to my pick. Norm was at my house that day, and I was telling him literally right before Edge came out, there's no way Edge is coming back. He's too fucked. I don't think it's happening. Sure enough, not 5 minutes later, on this day, I said, like, what
that's
the hell?
That's such a random.
Edge
That's such a random thought
in your television.
Yeah. That's such a random thought, I feel like, too, that you could say. Like, I don't think Edge is coming back.
Because there were rumors.
All wrestlers.
Because there were rumors at the time. The rumor mill was spinning, and Norm kind of bought into it, and I was like, no, I was skeptical. I'm like, I don't think it's happening. Sure enough, it happened.
Is that like one of the few times you were just happy to be proven wrong?
At 100%. Oh, 100%. Oh my god. Like I said, I still get chills thinking about that moment to this day.
There you go.
But yeah. Okay. So we're snaking still, right? So I get 2 again, or just 1?
Yep.
Yeah, you get 2 again.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Fuck, burning through these. Shit, man.
He's about to pull up Spotify and see what he can remember.
Just random. Hey, I have an iPhone. Never mind.
I have a few in mind. It's just like, which one do I go with first? You know, because I have my 2 in already, right?
Yeah.
You have your first 2, yeah. So it's just your next 2 now.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what order they are.
Right. It's just a matter of like, which one do I go with next? Is my only thing.
That's usually how drafts work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just okay. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Here we go again. I'm gonna go with another
Funhouse. I see how.
No. I'm gonna go with another weird niche pick that neither of you are gonna know, and that's
Logan
okay. Paul. No. Fuck no. Sorry, I don't know if I can. I know it's going on YouTube, and I don't know how you feel about me swearing in your video, but yeah, there you go.
2 shits.
I've already dropped so many F-bombs, like...
True.
Sean's dropped like 7 so far.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fuck.
13!
Fair enough. So, I think I gotta go over to the land 14. Of the rising.
Counter, right? Counter is 14. If you count 7 and not 6, right, you idiot?
I got my degree in graphic design, not math.
I think,
and I got my degree in theater, not math. So whatever. I guess that makes us even. Just me smarter.
I'm gonna go on over. We're gonna take a trip over to the land of the rising sun. It's a little promotion called New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Devanté's losing this draft.
Probably. I'm not in it to win. I'm not in it to win. I'm just in it to share my music tastes. So that's all I'm in for. I'm gonna go with. There's a wrestler by the name of Katsuyori Shibata.
Oh, I cannot wait for you to try and tell me how to spell that.
I'm telling it now. I'm gonna tell you. Should I just give you the song title? The song title is much easier.
Just give me the song title and text me how you spell the name.
Yes, it's called Takeover. That's what the song is called.
I can spell that.
Yes. It's not... There's no lyrics. It's an instrumental track. It gives me chills every single fucking time I hear it. Every time I listen to the song, I feel like I can do fucking anything. It's so motivational. And when he got injured back in 2017, he had a really severe concussion. It was actually I forget what the word was, a hematoma. So he was bleeding internally from a match that he had. It was really, really bad. He almost died. He ended up not coming back to wrestling until years later by some miracle. And when he walked out a few months after the match, and he was like, "I just want to let you guys know I'm fine. I'm alive. That's all.
I'm alive."
Such a badass. Such a badass. I fucking love this man. Yeah. Like I said, his theme song's so motivational.
I will say every time I hear Tajiri's theme, I also think I could just buzzsaw kick somebody. So I get it.
Devanté, you still have another pick.
I do. I kind of went on there. Oh God, what do I go with? Know what?
Spotify.
I'm gonna say because we've been talking about like songs that you can sing along to. You know, I feel like Cult of Personality would fit in that. Kingdom absolutely fits in that. I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho's AEW theme, Judas. Like this whole wave of the crowd singing along to theme songs started pretty much with that song, and it's just another one of those cheat code songs. It's perfect for wrestling. It's perfect for Chris Jericho. It's another song too where he sang the theme because it's a Fozzy song, so it's him singing it, and I'll never forget.
Love how it took that long for him, who's in a band and has always been in a band, for his theme song to finally be sung by him.
I mean, he sang Break the Walls Down too. I think he sang that too.
I can't confirm or deny that, so I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
It sounds exactly like him, so I'm pretty sure it's him.
I'll take your word for it, but I'll look that up later just to like clarify.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong. I do have a hint of doubt, but it sounds like pretty much exactly like him. So I'm like, I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Chris Jericho, Fozzy, Judas, however you want to label that. That's my next pick.
Okay. Sean?
Okay, so...
Who's currently looking on the internet?
No, that was for the Chris Jericho thing.
Okay.
I'll get back to that, but this is another one where I feel like I would love this. This theme wouldn't fit me really at all, but it's another theme that I would just love to have as my own. But it's Jeff Hardy, No More Words.
Yep.
I got Connor twice.
Yep. I knew one of you was gonna go for that. I'm like, I'm gonna leave that one alone because I know that they're gonna go for it.
Such a good thing. Like his normal generic theme, there's nothing wrong with it by any means. Like it's a great theme, the Hardy Boys and everything. But when he went to No More Words, again, hearing that song live, and I was there, and I think Devanté, you said you were too, when he won the WWE Championship at Armageddon 2008. Hearing that song in an arena. Oh, I thought you were there. Okay.
I wanted to be. I wished I was. Nah, I wanted to be.
Gotcha. But hearing that song in an arena just is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the only time I would have heard that theme live, because the last time I would have seen him live, he had just the regular theme. And then I don't think I saw him live again after that, because he wasn't in WWE that much longer. And when he was still in WWE, when I watched it, he was on SmackDown. So, like, and Raw was pretty much the show that came to Buffalo the next year. So, that was the only time I heard that theme live, and it's just so cool. It's a great theme. It's a great listen, honestly. Even just listening to the song itself is a great listen.
Good song in the gym. Goes hard in the gym. A lot of wrestling songs go hard in the gym.
A lot of wrestling songs do, for sure.
Yes.
All right. I got two.
Connor have to scramble, so...
I did not have to scramble, actually.
Okay.
Because I'm surprised that it fell this low, but how I said that this would be the one that I would want. I'm surprised that it fell this low. I'm taking Degeneration X, Are You Ready?
Okay.
Fair. Very fair.
That is fair. That is totally fair.
I think I will say that as a song where I think the build-up is better than what happens after the drop.
Yes. I would kind of agree with that, but the rest of the song is also just really great.
Oh, yeah.
It also helps it also helps that DX, like, Triple H and Michaels as DX are just so energetic that they just make it. And then with the chops in the ring with the fireworks going, it just is, it's great. So I think that's a good pick for sure.
Okay. And then I'm going another old, not Degeneration X old, but another like Shield Uso old. Okay. I'm taking Christian. Just Close Your Eyes.
Ooh.
Oh, I was debating on that one for my next pick. So it wasn't like for sure, but I was debating that one because it is a great theme. Now it's the newer version you were talking though, right?
Right. He's probably talking about the Story of the Year version.
Yeah. The Story of the Year version. Yeah.
That's a great one. The original one's great too, but the Story of the Year one's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I think I love both versions pretty much equally. I can't truly... I mean, for childhood's sake, I would have to go with the Story of the Year version, but I think I love both versions pretty much equally at this point in my life.
Then the kind of remix of the original one when he went to TNA is also really good.
Yeah.
Very TNA, but still very good.
Honestly, both Edge and Christian have all their themes are both fucking great, to be honest. I don't think either of them have a bad theme, really.
Who really does have a bad theme, though? Like, I'm sure there are people that do, but
that's
like,
a different conversation. Always
had a bad theme.
That's a different conversation.
We could probably do a whole draft of the worst thing.
Probably could.
That one will get. I think that one would get
right
intense.
Now, I don't care what pick it is. I'm taking El Grande Americana.
I haven't actually heard his theme. I mean, I feel like his theme is probably supposed to be bad because he's like,
I don't care.
Masquerading as something else.
Like,
so
it's so bad that I'm not sure if you saw this, Devanté, or not, but during WrestleMania, they brought out a mariachi band.
Oh Jesus! Well, if you know what, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna lean into it, might as well go all the way. Might as well.
All right, so that was my last pick. Sean, you have your last pick.
Yes, I'm just trying to follow up on the break the walls thing that Devanté was talking about. I have nothing concrete here. It's the internet, so like take it for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the one who's... But the common thing I'm finding is Jericho is not the one who sings it.
I see.
The name I have here, and again, take it for what it's worth. I'll have to do a little more research and get back to you another time. But the guy the name
Jerica.
I have...
Jesus Christ.
No. Is someone named Anthony Martini.
Huh.
Don't know who that is.
Okay.
It's just the name I have here.
Now, does he like his chicken or stirred?
He likes it on the rocks. He likes it on the rocks, actually.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
He no chaser. Straight no chaser.
Oh my.
No chaser.
So he does it a cappella.
Yes.
Fuck, I walked
when he's really down though, he takes it virgin though, you know.
Jesus Christ.
He's really down.
He just
doesn't give a shit.
You can't upload this anymore, Connor. You can't upload this anymore. You can't.
Nope.
Oh well.
You just can't.
Spotify lets you do whatever.
It's the episode that never saw the light of day.
Oh my God.
Spotify lets you do whatever, so who cares? Okay. There was two themes I'm really struggling with. Which one to pick?
Flip a coin, that's your pick.
No, I'm not flipping a coin. Fuck that.
Flip a coin, he loses the draft.
Shut up. I'm gonna go with, and only because I've heard this theme live, Shawn Michaels, I'm Just a Sexy Boy.
Respect.
For one, we have barely mentioned Shawn Michaels in any of these episodes. So I feel like I finally need to give him some credit, because obviously he's one of the best of all time. No one can take that away. You could say whatever you want about how he was as a person in his like younger days, and maybe how he is now. I don't know how he is as a person now, but definitely in the 90s he was a complete piece of shit, and that's totally fair. That theme though is just, for one, it's a great theme. It fits him perfectly. But also, and this is the part where he's pretty much in the ring by now and he's getting ready to like do that whole like stance. That guitar solo. That fucking guitar solo, I always would get mad when they stopped that theme pretty much right as it's going on or right before. Like, that fucking guitar solo kicks fucking ass.
Yes, it does. And now that is one for sure that he does. That is Shawn Michaels.
Definitely, I was about to say that is his voice. That is his voice. Maybe not the girl part, but I mean, we don't know. We have never asked. We gotta do some research here, but
I think that's Sensational Sherry. I think that's Sherry Martel who's doing. Wouldn't be shocked. Wouldn't be shocked. R.I.P. Sherry.
There's actually an earlier version of that where it's
just Sherry singing the whole time. He's just a sexy boy.
Kind of. Yeah, and it's like the lyrics are different. It's hard to find, but I have heard it. My honorable mention, the other one I was debating on was Bret the Hitman Hart's theme. Because again, that fucking guitar, it just sounds perfect. But I'm gonna go Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
Okay.
Just sexy boy.
And Devante's final pick of the draft is Joe Hendry.
No, love Joe Hendry, but no. I do find it, by the way, serendipitous, Sean, that your final two picks came down to Sean and Brett. I do find that very, very, very funny.
I didn't think about that, but thank you for pointing that out, actually.
Oh, fuck. I just had it, and then I lost it. Hang on. I have them all written down. Yeah. I know I'm not, competing anymore, but...
Yeah, Devante's out.
You're forfeiting the last pick. You're forfeiting the last pick, and your draft loses.
Oh my god, I just had it in my mind.
No, his draft loses anyway.
Oh, Connor, he flipped your head.
He did? Oh.
What the fuck happened?
No, Sean, his draft loses anyway.
Oh my god, I just... Oh my god, what is wrong with my brain? I just had it in my mind.
I can't see it.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio's original theme. Not Booyaka Booyaka, although I do like that song too. Okay. I gotta go with his WWE debut theme. Who's that jumping out the sky?
I get it. That fits more your style of music, to be fair, in my opinion.
I was just about to say, it has just about everything I could possibly want in a hip-hop song, especially. Just nice, slamming, boom bap type beat, the record scratches. The verse actually isn't that bad. The guy is, charming enough, whoever it is rapping it, he's charming enough to, carry it along.
Are we sure it's not POD? Are we sure it's not POD?
No, it's not POD. No, okay. POD does Booyaka Booyaka 619, but no, they don't do as.
I didn't know if they did both. So
yeah, I don't know who it is, but it's not POD. And that's the song I think of first when I think of Rey Mysterio. Also with the dun 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 dun, the thing at the little whatever effect that is at the beginning.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That theme is also the era where he would actually pop up from the floor. He would do that sometimes in his later years too, but by then his knees were just so fucked he stopped doing that as much. But back in the day when he was doing that all the time,
I feel like they stopped doing that around 2008 maybe.
Yeah, that was probably around the last time he did it.
It's also when the stage changed. It's also when the stage changed too.
True.
So I'm gonna say 2008 is when they stopped having him actually pop up.
That sounds about right. And even if he stopped doing it before then, he certainly wasn't doing it as consistently anymore. So yeah, a full stop around then. That sounds about right. But yeah, him literally popping up from the floor, especially in his debut match against Chavo Guerrero on I forget what episode it was, but it was on SmackDown in the summer of 2002. God, just the perfect debut. What more could you ask for from a debut?
That
other
summer
than
alone,
Kane's debut, but.
That summer alone, they had John Cena and Rey Mysterio debut in the same summer on the same show.
Don't forget Randy Orton, although I guess his was more the spring. And
he was a little earlier than that.
Charlie Haas, but he was a little later. So, but still all
not
the same year.
Not a bad year. Yeah, my other honorable mention would have been Booyaka 619, because that theme just kicks ass.
It does kick ass, but again, I prefer it. The title credit is technically just called 619, but I refer to it as "Who's That Jumping Out the Sky?" That's how I refer to that.
That's also kind of how everyone. I'm trying to find who did it, but I can't find it.
All right, so Sean, your honorable mention.
I gave two honorable mentions.
Okay,
Devanté, Bret Hart and Rey Mysterio.
I guess I would have to give it to Jake the Snake Roberts theme, Snake Bit. Just perfect for him. It sounds like an insane 80s style horror movie theme, but almost the heroic moment when the friends of the victims all finally gather up and kill the slaughterer. It's oh my god, this is perfect for Jake the Snake. It's so badass. Synths do a lot of work. Jim Johnston was awesome.
Like, I could give a lot of honorable mentions. Like, I could literally have 5 more picks. Like, the 2 I already mentioned. Then there's Stone Cold's theme, obviously, which just gets people hyped.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker's,
that would be another honorable
Dead
mention,
Man.
yeah.
Which, in our picks, was not chosen.
Yeah.
Then, like, Undertaker's Dead Man theme. The one I'm actually really mad that I omitted, because Devanté knows how much I love this theme, is Undertaker's Keep Rollin' theme.
Yeah. Very true.
Because that theme just is awesome.
That is like that and like Kingdom are like 2 of like some of the only songs I've ever actually seen you go out of your way to like repeat it while we were like in your car together. it was Roland, and then it was I think it was Kingdom first, and then it was Roland like right after.
Yeah,
like, oh,
and Keep Rollin' is better than his other American Badass theme. The other theme honestly isn't all that great, but Keep Rollin' is awesome.
I like his other theme, but I would still agree that Roland is better.
Yeah. Connor?
Yeah, you're honorable mention.
It's new school.
Uh-oh. Okay? Uh-oh.
It's the letdown version. L.A. Knight.
Oh. It is very like what's that vocal effect? Vocoder. It's got that vocoder, like it feels like a California made tune. And it's perfect for LA Knight.
It's perfect for him, and it's also the perfect song to interrupt somebody.
It is. It's like bam right there.
Because hands down, my favorite interruption that he's ever done was before his live event match with Roman.
Yeah.
With that promo that Roman came out holding up the title, and then the LA Knight music hits, and he goes.
That is perfect. I'm gonna say, Connor, I'm surprised you didn't go with not Seth Rollins' current theme. The theme when he first broke away from the Shield. I think the song is called "The Second Coming," where it's like da 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 da. Then the drums are just going nuts, and like because that song is like probably one of the most perfect like modern WWE themes that I can think of from like the CFOs era. Surprised you didn't go with that.
I mean,
that song is like
that one was pretty good, but at least to me, it just feels like a different version of his current one.
That's true, but that one came first. That one came first. You know,
I'm surprised none of y'all uncultured swines went with the greatest theme of all time. Stay in the back. Geez. There's a hurricane coming through. You uncultured fox.
Hey, I don't want to hear shit about uncultured. I went to a totally different country of origin for a theme, so I don't want to hear shit about uncultured.
That is fair. That is fair.
I'm uncultured and I'm proud.
Okay,
I'm uncultured and I'm proud! I'm uncultured and I'm proud! Is that what he calls it?
Okay, Donald Trump and JD Vance.
Holy guacamole.
Oh, man. Alright, so, rundown.
Yes,
Devanté, who came in third place.
Whatever, man.
Devanté, who easily came in third place, was Cult of Personality, CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Drew McIntyre, Broken Dreams. Whatever the fuck his name is, Takeover.
Say it loud, Katsuyori Shibata, baby.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that, so no.
Pass. Chris Jericho, Judas, and Rey Mysterio, whatever the hell that one's called, that I'll have to look up now.
I think it's just called
Something I think it's out the sky.
I think
you can honestly just type that and it will come up.
Yeah. I think the song itself is just called 619, but I refer to it as "Who's That Jumping Out the Sky?"
Okay. Sean, who came in second place.
No. I think
we should have. There should be more a more democratic process here.
Sean's gonna vote for himself and nobody else.
Well, yeah, you're right. No, I think we gotta let Devanté, after you're done reading through, we gotta let Devanté aside.
Okay, Sean, who came in second place, chose
Jesus.
John Cena, My Time Is Now.
Yes.
Raw, a theme song from Raw, To Be Loved, Papa Roach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Sean chose 4 wrestlers and a TV theme song.
I almost chose a TV theme. To be fair, I almost chose a TV theme.
Don't be disrespecting the TV themes, man. Those slapped in the mid 2000s.
Edge, Metalingus. Jeff Hardy, No More Words, and Shawn Michaels, Sexy Boy.
Connor's just mad because when I took Edge's and Jeff Hardy's team, he shouted "fuck" both times. So clearly, he thought about those teams. So
yeah, because I was going to end up taking them back to back in the next round.
Exactly, he's just petty. So that's why Devanté has to decide which list is better for Democratic.
All right, and then the winning list.
Oh my god.
Is Cody Rhodes, Kingdom, the Usos, So Close Now, the Shield, Special Op, Degeneration X, Are You Ready, and Christian, Just Close Your Eyes.
Okay. Now, Devanté, you heard both those lists, and now you got to make the decision.
Devanté, you're already third. Better. Which one's first?
So, while I do think Sean's list is the safer option, I do think he just has the better overall selection of themes.
Oh,
to be honest.
So who are you picking?
Well, if you're asking me which of our lists has the best songs overall, I mean, I'm biased. I'm gonna go with mine because I just think I have better songs.
You don't know anything.
I just think that looking at my songs, they're better written, they're better produced, they're the most motivational songs I can think of. That's just me. But if you're asking me between you two, I'm gonna go with Sean.
Hell yeah. Loyal to the cross.
Sean, your car's going to be on bricks tomorrow.
Your windows shattered. That little lock you have on your steering wheel, gone.
Connor is secretly the guy who made the fake Twitter and Facebook accounts of me.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
Exactly. He's guilty. He knows he is.
Legendary. But yeah, we all stand by our lists, so we're all satisfied.
Oh, I'm completely satisfied.
Yeah, he's so satisfied he only chose 4 wrestlers.
I do want to say I almost went with Across the Nation. The Raw theme.
Look at that! Look at that, Connor. You could say I only picked 4 wrestlers, but I picked a whole brand.
That's true. He did a whole era of a brand.
Exactly.
Nevertheless.
Yes, he chose a whole era of a brand. Meanwhile, if you look, I'm gonna play this back now in the episode. Devanté said almost picked, which means he didn't.
True. But like it was down to the wire. My other honorable mention came down to the wire too. I ultimately just went with because I wanted to be different. And that's what it really ultimately came down to. I wanted to give roses to a wrestler that I know
Devanté is great at being different.
Very true. Very, very true.
Alright. That was fun. It was
very fun. Yeah. It was awesome.
So, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Maybe we'll come out with another one in 2 to 3 months. But
I'd be down.
Devanté is looking completely confused.
I am. I thought we were taking one more break and then I was going to come back with my favorite storyline.
Yeah, he has to do his storyline still.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't contribute that you guys did last time. That I didn't get to. Bonus section?
It's a bonus section.
Okay.
Guess what? We're not done.
Would you guys be mad if I went pee first?
No.
Maybe.
I'll leave it up to Connor.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
And then speed run his
Yes.
story.
I will speed run it. Trust me.
All right, so with that, we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Okay. BRB.
All right, so about a month and a half ago, Sean and I talked about our favorite rivalries that at least we have seen or think that we felt were very important to their storyline at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Devanté also has one. So, Devanté, go ahead.
Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna skip past, my thoughts on your guys' rivalries a little bit. No, I can't really skip past it. Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero is probably my favorite rivalry of all time. So, again, heavy bias there. I'm a bigger fan more of like the stuff they did in WCW when they were much younger, much more agile. But their 05 stuff ain't half
not like
bad
when
either.
they were 40.
I will say though, Connor, Nexus, they had an amazing start. They had an amazing all-timer debut. I mentioned earlier about how Rey Mysterio had like damn near perfect debut. Nexus, I'd put those right up there with them. But by the time we got to SummerSlam and John Cena just beats 3 of their guys in a 3-on-1 situation after getting DDT'd on the floor, I thought that was incredibly weak. John Cena himself even says, like, yeah, I did not handle, because he was in charge of booking that finish, basically. He's like, yeah, I didn't really handle that finish very well. Chris Jericho and Edge, apparently, tried talking him out of it. It just wasn't to be. And then everything after that was kind of a mess. And then the literal and metaphorical... Because I
thought, just in general...
a lot of impactful moments.
You look at like the span of like that entire rivalry in like 2.5-3 months of just at each other. Like it had to come to a point, but the end of it, I agree, was bad.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it is hilarious how it ended.
In terms of the storytelling of like slowly building it up to this. It's fantastic.
I see. I do find it ironically and unironically funny that the literal and metaphoric burial of Wade Barrett underneath all the chairs at that year's TLC. It's just like, well, if that doesn't sum up this whole thing, I don't know what does. I don't know what does. So definitely an emphatic conclusion. Okay. So my rivalry. How familiar are you with AEW? Have you ever?
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I'll watch it from time to time, but I'm not like, oh shit, I gotta watch it this week. Like it's like I'll like, watch like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, wait a month, catch up on those 2 or 3 episodes. Like so, I'm not like up to the minute. On it.
Yeah.
But
so I was keeping up with it quite a bit at the beginning. It wasn't until CM Punk debuted, however, when I finally started watching on like a weekly basis. And I've been out of AEW for quite a little bit now at this point. But I had a phase where it was like the only piece of wrestling I was watching. Mm-hmm. And this feud was the absolute highlight of my entire time with AEW. CM Punk versus MJF. Okay. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I fucking love this rivalry. It is quite promo heavy, I'll say. So depending on how like you are with like theatrics, there's a playlist I can send you that has like literally the entire like week by week highlight of it to like up to date. Well, up to date as of 2022 because that was the last time they had anything to do with each other, obviously. But yeah, it's an incredible feud. It starts off very subtly with like MJF sort of bragging about like how he's like the best in the world right now, and blah blah blah. Nobody can touch him. And then CM Punk comes out. MJF is like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Max." Punk just ignores him, walks away. The next week, they have one of the coolest, one of the most like impactful back-to-back promo battles I've ever seen. It's a little like insider termy, so like if you're not like familiar with these guys' history, some of it might kind of go over your head a little bit. But honestly, it's wrestling. It's everything in wrestling is on the nose. So like I can't imagine I can't imagine you watch it and be like, oh damn. It's like one of AEW's most viewed videos on YouTube too. So I love that shit. Was revisiting earlier, aged great. Fast forward a few weeks later, Punk is in MJF's hometown of Long Island, and Punk obviously the babyface in this one, MJF the heel. Punk actually gets booed in Long Island because that's where MJF is from, and they're like not letting him get a word in. He's got like his own little sarcastic comeback to them. It's a nice little temporary like dynamic flip since we're in MJF's hometown. So I had to note that because I thought that was hilarious, especially when I was watching it live. Fast forward a little bit. It's the beginning of 2022 now, and MJF has set a goal to chase after the AEW World Title, as any wrestler really should do. Yep. So he's like trying to build up an undefeated streak, but CM Punk interrupts his undefeated streak before it can even really start. It's like the first match of 2022 that MJF has had, and CM Punk costs him the match. Fucking hilarious, just amazing booking. They're already building like this like personal tension between the two because like these two guys very similar in the way they talk. MJF is very clearly influenced by Punk in a lot of ways, and I'll get even more into that. He just cuts him off. MJF loses the match. He's pissed. And this is where things start kind of escalating a little bit. Mm-hmm. The next week, CM Punk is in a match with Wardlow. And Wardlow was MJF's like kind of security guard at this point that he had like under contract. He also was in a faction with MJF. Wardlow and MJF, their dynamic was very similar to Batista and Triple H's when they were in Evolution together. And he was like Batista, like the big silent killer, and Triple H would tell him what to do. It was like, listen, I gave you guidance. I made you who you are. You aren't shit without me. It's like that type of deal. And that's where like there's like a budding new rivalry between them as well, while the Punk MJF stuff is going on, and it like explodes. Like that climax of their feud fuels the start of their official rivalry as well. So very, very similar in the way that's booked. So Punk is in a match with Wardlow. He powerbombs him. He's about to win. Wardlow has the match won, and MJF is like, no, I want to see him suffer. Powerbomb him some more. So he does. He powerbombs him like 2 or 3 more times. Takes him outside. MJF says, put him through the table. He powerbombs him one more time through the table. And like Punk is like exhausted at this point. Like he is fucking dead. He's taken multiple power bombs. He has not really had much of an edge up at all in this match. He's dead. He gets Punk back in the ring. He's about to powerbomb one more time, but before he can, Punk, in the like true Bret Hart fashion, rolls him up last minute. Punk gets the win. And MJF is fucking fuming. He's like pushing Wardlow. He's like, Wardlow, you idiot. Why would you do that? He's like blaming Wardlow for his own damn mistake. And like you could just see in Wardlow's face, he like wants to kill Max. And he's pissed. But he doesn't. We save that climax for a little later on. Mm-hmm. More mind games ensue. Punk is trying to just run through guy after guy after guy that MJF is sending out, and he gets through them all. no matter what, Max just can't fully seem to get through to Punk. And finally, they have their first match, and it is a barn burner. It's the main event of a February episode of Nitro. It is great, and MJF actually wins. He cheats to win, but he actually won. And actually, it's technically like two visual victories because like he cheated the first time to win. Referee caught it. They restarted the match. Does the match again. He cheats again. This time he doesn't get caught, and the decision goes through. So, and this was in Chicago, so CM Punk's hometown. Fans are fuming. MJF wins, and so the whole story is that he's got 2 wins on CM Punk in Chicago, and he's bragging, "Oh, I'm better than Piper in Portland. I'm better than Punk in Chicago. I'm better than Bret Hart in Calgary." And it's like, damn, he's really like really up his own ass at this point. And so Punk wants one more match. He wants a rematch, but MJF is like laying down his terms to get it. You got to fight through a couple more of my guys. So he gets through that, and then he lays down the terms for the rematch because if Punk won, which he did, he was able to like set up the time, the place, the stipulation, and so he sets it up a dog collar match. And I'm not sure familiar with dog collar matches. I don't think WWE's ever like run one, but it's basically a lot like a Texas bull rope match, where instead of you two being tied together by your wrists with a rope, you're tied together with a literal dog collar around your neck with a chain linking you two. So we're setting up for like a really violent fucking program. But while he's like laying down the terms of the match, he brings out a picture, and the picture is from 2007. It's from a meet and greet that CM Punk was doing, and MJF, when he was 11 years old at the time, he was there. He was a big fan of CM Punk as a kid. He met CM Punk that day, and CM Punk pulls out the picture, and one of my favorite lines in this whole rivalry, he brings out the picture. He's like, "Max, you see this? This is us from 2007 at an autograph signing. Probably the best day of your entire life. And for me, it was just another Friday." Cold as fuck. And it's like, just little details that show like, Punk is like next level, and MJF is like still just like that little kid. And you can like see how like pissed and seething MJF is like this whole time. It's incredible. And all these promos are worth watching, by the way, as well. The next week, MJF comes out and he tells a really personal, emotional, true story about just exactly how much that day really did mean to him. And he's crying. He's talking about how he got bullied that day. Because he's Jewish, and like there were some really like fucked up people and that he ran into, and he cried the whole day. And during this promo again, he's crying, but he stopped because he realized, I get to meet my hero CM Punk today. And he's like pouring his heart out this whole time, and CM Punk like comes out and he's like, "Was that true?" And MJF like just walks away, still sobbing. And it's like, God damn. The next week, it's a week before the Revolution pay-per-view, right before the dog collar match, Punk comes out, and he, in so many words, essentially apologizes for like getting into Max's head so bad, because like you could tell like how it affected him. And he like extends out the hand, goes to shake his hand. MJF goes for the hug instead, and he like the way like MJF's posture is this whole time. It's like he's that same little kid again that met CM Punk all those years ago, and it's like, damn, this is so well done. He steps away back from Punk. Low blows him. Low blows him. Gets his cronies out that he's in a faction with. They beat the shit out of him. Gets Punk bloodied up. Takes the dog collar out. Ties it around his neck. Chokes him with it. And he's bleeding. He's yelling at Punk. He's like, "Don't you understand? I am a snake. I am the devil himself, and I am going to punish you this Sunday." It's just perfect, bitter, just at this point, like it's an all-time rivalry as far as I'm concerned. Easily top 3. And then they go out the following Sunday, have an absolutely banger match at the pay-per-view, with an incredible finish. Wardlow, he comes out at the end of the match. MJF brings him out. He's like, "All right, give me the ring." Because he has this ring that he likes to use as a weapon to try and cheat to win, which is how he beat Punk the first time. So he wants Wardlow to get the ring out again. So he's like scrambling his pockets. Wardlow can't find the ring, and MJF is like, "Oh, you stupid motherfucker!" But before he can even finish the sentence, turns around. Punk gets him up for the GTS, and at this point, like both guys are exhausted. They're both bloody. Punk went through the thumbtacks. MJF has gone through the thumbtacks. There was two thumbtack spots. Absolutely
there were
insane.
Thumbtacks. CM Punk's gone through the thumbtacks. MJF has gone through the thumbtacks. There were more thumbtacks. Why did you buy so many thumbtacks?
Who keeps putting these under the ring?
Who puts thumbtacks in a bag?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, Punk just looks at Wardlow, and then Wardlow's like, "Oh, here's the ring." And he just looks at the camera and goes, "Oops." Puts the ring on the mat right next to CM Punk, and then walks away. Punk, of course, picks the ring up, puts it on his hand, knocks MJF's lights out. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Match of the year, rivalry of the year, hands down. I don't even need to see anything else. Peak wrestling storytelling. Loved it. And you already set up what MJF and Wardlow are going to be doing next. They're fighting each other, and Wardlow is like, at this point, he was like the hottest babyface around, pretty much. And they go on their feud, and yeah, I only wish that Tony Khan booked Wardlow better since, because after these two feuds, he's not washed because he's still like a pretty young guy, but like they did not really follow through with that very well at all. Tony Khan has an issue with following through on his rivalries, but for what we had here, yeah. But for what it's worth here, for what they did during this, because this took us through to March, November to March, this was like peak wrestling storytelling, in my opinion. I don't know what else to say. There is nothing else to say. But yeah, that's my story. It's certainly my favorite story that's been told in recent years. Yeah. Love this feud. Love this feud.
It sounds like it's crazy. Like, that's literally all it is. Like, it's just...
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Just
absolutely.
Just yes, nothing else. Just yes.
Yes. AEW's had like a few great stories too, but like this is like top of the line stuff. I also like thought about like the Hangman, Adam Page, Elite stuff, but that would have just taken way too long. So I went with something a little more simpler, something much more easier to explain, something that has history that ties in with real life. Because like I mentioned that picture, it was a real picture, and like you could see it's MJF. He's a young kid. And he said, I think he said he was 11 years old at the time.
In about 12 years, we're going to tell this story. And you're going to be in it.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Oh, it's a good story.
Yeah.
It's a good story.
Thank you again, by the way, for having me on.
You're welcome back whenever you want. It's up to you.
Yes, absolutely. I would love and appreciate that very much. I always say I just give, like when it comes to podcasts, just give full range, full motion to the host. So whenever you want me on, that's up to you too. Please feel free, especially if you got Rob on. I haven't seen him in a minute. Would love to chat it up with him too. And yeah, thanks again for having me.
Yeah. So with that, for the rest of us around here, because Sean has already decided to say goodbye. We say goodbye for
Sean.
now. Yes!
You abandoned us.
That's pretty normal.
We love you, though. We love you.
Love is a strong word.
I love you, Sean. I love you.
I think you're okay. With that, we say goodbye for now, and we will see you next time.
Yes. Bye, YouTube.